It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 7th day of October 2021. Coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia, Central Virginia area, right outside of Lynchburg, on a kind of a yucky, rainy type, coolish day today. Got a lot warmer yesterday than we expected. It was back up in the 80s again, but not going to be that way today. And we got a couple of days of rain, so that's going to happen. By the way, today, welcome to National Frappe Day. Are you a frappe drinker? I'm not particular. But anyway, that's what today is. So that's what we're celebrating. In the news today, Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, of course, sailed from Miami last night. Carnival Cancels More Cruises. That's the main story for the day. HAL Honors Military, MSC To Reopen 2 more countries. And we got a few other things this morning we're going to talk about as we go along. But the first thing is Virgin Voyages. Get my tongue working this morning. Somehow yesterday, with this, I keep track of what's sailing every day now. I did not have Scarlet Lady sailing yesterday on my list yesterday morning. I apologize. I'm not sure if, I know they had paid passengers on, but I'm wondering if this was still the CDC's test cruise or something. I don't know. But anyway, it wasn't on the schedule as a regular sailing, which it is in fact on the schedule for Sunday when it gets back. It's on a 4-dayer. It gets back in Sunday and sails again Sunday night. It's on my schedule from then on, but somehow I missed yesterday. So my apologies on that. But anyway, the Scarlet Lady did sail. That was after 20 months delay, the Scarlet Lady finally sailed from Miami after it spent some time in the UK offering staycation cruises around the British Isles. The Scarlet Lady departed on the first of 4 and 5-night Caribbean itineraries from Port Miami. Other ships that are sailing today, this evening, of course, from Galveston, the Carnival Breeze leaves on a 4-nighter, and from Port Canaveral, the Carnival Magic leaves also on a 4-nighter. So that takes care of that. Now, the lead story today has to deal with Carnival. Let's see, we've got a few people in. Before I go to that, I'm going to do something else. We're going to take a little sidetrack here, folks. So let me take the Carnival picture off. We're going to get to the Carnival story in a minute. But first, On Location with Elizabeth down in Cozumel has challenged us this morning with one of her pictures. And I'm going to tell you right up front, folks, I was stumped totally on this one. Totally. But let's see how you guys do. See if you can, and I'm going to show this a couple times until somebody actually gets it or we get done with the news stuff this morning. See if you can tell us what port that picture was taken from. I'm not going to give you any hints at this point, but I'll let everybody get a good look at that. As I see, we got a bunch of people already in the chat room. So you guys take a look at it. And then if you think you know what it is, stick your guess in the chat box. I'll tell you when somebody gets it right. I will be watching it closely as I can while I'm doing the news in case somebody does, in fact, come up with the correct answer. So, all right, let's go back on over to Carnival. In a really unexpected move yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line has extended the operational pause for 5 ships Earlier, the company slowly started removing sailings from their website. And on last evening, they made the move official by announcing which ships would see their returns delayed and informing impacted guests that their cruises had been canceled. I got notified of this, I don't know, it was rather late last night. It was too late to do anything about it last night. But here are the cruises that Carnival has canceled, and I'm not sure I understand why. I don't see any real reason for this, because it seems like their restart's going rather well. But Carnival Sunshine cruises from Charleston, South Carolina through to January 13th. Now, everything before that's canceled. Carnival Liberty voyages from Port Canaveral are canceled through February 11th. Carnival Ecstasy sailings from Jacksonville are canceled through February of 2022. All Carnival Paradise sailings from Tampa are canceled through February of 2022. And all Carnival Sensation sailings from Mobile are canceled through February 2022. I assume that this has something to do with I don't know if it's COVID, if it's the CDC requirement. I'm not sure why. Those are all, I mean, Port Canaveral, obviously Port Canaveral, there's a lot of ships are sailing for Port Canaveral now. You know, we have not gotten Charleston, Jacksonville, Tampa. There's a ship that's supposed to sail from Tampa this month, however, and Mobile are not rolling yet. So I'm not sure why they did this. But anyway, it was a bunch of more cruises canceled. Elsewhere, the company said that sailings for the Carnival Splendor out of Sydney, Australia, were canceled through February 7th, and those slated for Carnival Spirit out of Brisbane, Australia, are canceled through February 20th. So, again, I have not been able to get any inside information on why Carnival did this. If there's anything behind it, I don't know. It's just that they, I mean, as has happened numerous times over the last 20 months, things are changing. And this is one we don't want to see changing, when they cancel stuff. But it happened. All right, if we got anybody new that's popped in, here's your challenge for the day. What port is this? And Amy says, is that Grenada or Grenada? No, it is not. That's an incorrect guess. So you guys can take a good look at that, and we'll see if there's any guessing here in the next little bit. All right. Holland America. Holland America is honoring members of the U.S. military with a special offer that adds $100 onboard spending money to any cruise booking that departs from San Diego through December 31st. All Americans line San Diego sailings are especially convenient for many of the troops stationed in Southern California. The military appreciation offer, available to active and retired members of the military, can be earned on a variety of 7-day cruises to Mexico and the California coast aboard the Königsdam, and on the December 23rd 10-day Mexico holiday departure of the Zuiderdam. Okay, so we come back over here, take that off, put that back up. Let's see. Is that Bar Harbor? No, it is not. Guess from Nikki on that one. Huh. I'm surprised that I was closer with my guess, and mine was purely a guess. There was reasons why I guessed it that way, but okay, still leave that up. And we'll get back to it here in a second. All right. MSC. The last real story of the day. MSC Cruises continues on its quest to have the majority of its fleet sailing by the end of the year. This week, the company announced that both Brazil and South Africa will be opening their borders for cruise ships. That's excellent news for MSC Cruises, as the company is a market leader in both countries. Now, in Brazil, we know that the MSC Seaside, the MSC Preciosa, and the MSC Splendida will be sailing from Brazil. We do not know what ships will be assigned to South Africa yet, as that has not been announced. They are waiting to get the final health and safety guidelines that will be in place for South Africa before that determination is made. So that's some positive news from MSC and the world of cruising, in that we'll get Brazil and South Africa open to the cruise world here in the short term. So, all right, there's the picture again to see if anybody can guess. I'm going to go over and check, make sure I didn't miss any guesses up here, and see who all's with us. Ken is with us from up in Pennsylvania. It's going to be 80 degrees up there today, even though he first said it was ED today. I caught that, Kenneth. I did realize what happened when the EDs, that didn't make any sense. That was supposed to be 80. And let's see, Carol's with us. Hey, Carol. And of course, Elizabeth with us down in Cozumel. This is from Elizabeth. I'm going to tell you right up front, because then I failed miserably on it too. Nikki's with us, 81 degrees in Jacksonville. Cindy's here. Hey, Cindy. 73 in the Falls, Gretchen says. Here in the Falls. Here in 73. Where are you someplace different? Oh, Cuyahoga Falls. Let's see. Okay. Elizabeth says, I have two good friends on there right now. They booked it last year. I missed out on that. Is that a picture of Grenada? There we go. I've caught up now. Jack's with us down in Conroe, Texas. 74 and sunny down there. Just wonder if it's from COVID. Yeah. Kenneth said, wonder if it's from COVID-19 staffing, if they're shorthanded. That might be it. I don't know, but I have not been able to get word. I've tried all of my sources at Carnival and all of my sources behind the scenes on things, and just haven't been able to come up with why they had to do this. And it could well be that they're shorthanded. That's possible. Amy says, I think the cruise line, all of them may be having some issues with provisioning, staffing, and people wait till next year or later to cruise. Is that a picture of Bermuda? Cindy's guesses no, it is not. You may have to give some clues. Yes, I'm going to. Nikki says Jamaica. Nope. Oh, I see. Gretchen says no. Stanley, I'm home. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I got to come back over here. We're going to take that off and see if this maybe gives you a thought. This is a picture. It's probably taken the same day as that one, but a different viewpoint to see if anybody has a thought about that one. Cindy says, I thought maybe Grand Cayman or St. Thomas. And I'm going to say, I wish you'd said one of those. But we're going to count that as a ding, 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 ding. Cindy got it. It is Grand Cayman. Now, here's the thing to look at. See the church spire, whatever you call those things. The point up there from the church tower, which at first I thought that was a tree. I thought that was a pointy top tree when I glanced at it the first time, but that is actually a church. And that is the church today. That spire is still there today as we speak from Grand Cayman. So, and I'm going to share a story about Grand Cayman also, but I'll ask one other question And congratulations to Cindy. You absolutely won nothing, but it was fun. And it leads on to get a little bit of information about Grand Cayman. 30 years ago, it was this nice common port, and then it got touristy. And now it can be really, really crowded. Now, obviously, there's not enough ships there to be bad yet, but that's, of course, 7 Mile Beach. Does anybody know how long 7 Mile Beach is? And I'll leave that as an open-ended question to see if anyone knows. So there's another question you can answer in our day of information on Grand Cayman. So my last trip to before COVID, I stopped at Grand Cayman. Now, over the years, I've had 5 or 6 cruises that were weathered out of Grand Cayman. We couldn't go in because of the tender situation. The seas were too rough. The winds were too high. It was too stormy. It was a number of reasons, and they skipped Grand Cayman. So over the years, I had never been to Grand Cayman. So on my next to last cruise, which was on the Zyder Dam, we stopped at Grand Cayman and tendered in. Now, remember, I was at that point. This was the end of the but just before the pandemic. So I was on a scooter. So I had to go up and over a little ramp kind of thing from the scooter, and the ramp moved with from the boat rocking and the waves and stuff. So this ramp, slid in and out and stuff. And there I am going across that on a scooter to get on the tender. It was a little nerve-wracking, but I did it. I got on there and got up in a nice little corner spot, and I rode the tender in and got into the port, that's Margaritaville. That's one of the dudes on the tender boat. And I looked at the crowd of people that were just clustered on the dock there. And knowing that I was really nervous about getting on and off the boat on the tender, I stayed right on the tender and rode it right straight back out to the ship. In all the years that I have cruised, I have never set foot in Grand Cayman, on Cayman Islands. I've never been ashore. I got to the dock on the tender and everybody else got off, but I stayed on the boat and went right back out to the Zyder Dam. That's my true story about Grand Cayman today. Of course, Kenneth guessed Bonaire and Amy guessed Key West, but Cindy was right with Grand Cayman. Jack says, I read unverified that Royal Caribbean Adventure of the Seas is going to dry dock. Hope it is back in service for my February cruise. I have not seen that they're going to dry dock. I'll do some checking on it for you, Jack. I was not aware of that, but I'll find out. Cindy says, I absolutely love Grand Cayman. Lots of insurance companies there. Would love to work there. I think 7 Mile Beach is just under 7 miles long, rounded up. That's correct. It's like 6.3. Elizabeth and I were talking about mentioning back and forth in our text this morning, and I think it's 6.3, and I think that's what she thought as well. But anyway, that little challenge this morning comes to you from Elizabeth on location in Cozumel, and we'll have some challenges on other days. Gretchen says first time in the Caribbean was 4 days over a Labor Day weekend in Grand Cayman. Very nice. Jack says, don't know about Grand Cayman 7 Mile Beach, but Galveston 7 Mile Beach is 7 miles down the island. 15 Mile Beach is 15 miles down the island. Well, I don't know. The one on Grand Cayman, they've always called it 7 Mile Beach, but it's not actually 7 miles. It's 6 and change. So anyway, there wasn't a whole lot in the way of news this morning other than Carnival, dumping some more ships, and I have dumping some cruises. So I'm real sorry to hear that. But anyway, that's going to wrap me up today, folks. Sorry about a little bit shorter show than normal. What did I forget to do? I think I forgot something. Oh, I know what it was. Let me go back over here and double check before I completely go nuts. No, we did that. I did that. Yes. So that's going to wrap me up. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for being with me. Of course, I'm going to screw something up if I possibly can. If you're new to this channel, please think about subscribing and hitting the little bell notification. You'll be notified when I go live or when I post a new video. Going to work on some videos maybe this afternoon. I've got a couple things that I've been working on and waiting for the battery for the second battery for my portable unit so I can maybe start going some places and doing some things, which would be lovely. So that's going to wrap me up for today, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow at the same time, same place that'll be Friday, Travel and Cruise Industry News. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.